Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio May 7, 2022. Today's yearly Sun-Neptune conjunction encourages some fantasy and imagination. This alignment occurs in your creative sector and can magnify feelings of longing if you've been neglecting particular needs. However, it's a strong influence on romance, creativity, and imagination. There can be unspoken understandings, fate, or a feeling of kinship felt with someone. There can be a sense that you're in the right place at the right time or connections made on a soul level. A unique project can take flight. Aim to keep your feet on the ground as you dream big. As the day advances, you seek more structure and become far more goal-oriented. If you're feeling down or overwhelmed by circumstances, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. Single or already romantically attached, the moon's direct opposition to your modern ruler, Pluto via your curious third house of communication, thought process, and immediate surroundings tends to intensify your feelings and challenge you to dig beneath the surface of your interpersonal connections. Catching feelings for someone from a different background? Maybe they're at a distance or not your usual type. The cosmos is urging you to follow your heart and, more importantly, listen to your intuition. Not everyone is worthy of your love. Imagination is about to take over your work life. Today, the Sun conjuncts Neptune in watery Pisces, which creates a trine to your sign. You may feel more flexible with your projects and creativity today, allowing you to explore different mediums. The mystical conjunction is the perfect artistic muse for your work as it can inspire you to play around with a few ideas. Since it can influence your daydreams, you should visualize your projects coming to fruition. You could use this dreamy energy to mentally picture how your work could be executed. Venus, the planet of money, moves into a friendly aspect to the dwarf planet Ceres in your financial sector today, but while this can give your financial confidence a boost, it is not just about the money. This is giving you the confidence to look at your financial needs and priorities without your current restraints, obstacles, or roadblocks. Money is just a means to an end, with a chance to get past that and just focus on the bend. Do you feel like embracing the whole world? Then go ahead and do it. Start off with your friends and family. All those old arguments and problems are forgotten and forgiven, leaving you to concentrate on the important things in life. Share your excess of love and warmth with people who really mean a lot to you. You're inclined to chatter without actually saying anything important. Keep talking, but slow down and focus. Full of anticipation, choices confronting you are confusing and you're not sure who you want to hug and hold close to your heart. If you feel that having to be polite and diplomatic causes you problems, there's nothing wrong with letting people know you wish to remain single and don't want a serious relationship. There will surely be obstacles in your path as you start out on your new health regimen. The park will be too crowded, or an out-of-town friend will call, and you'll feel you need to talk on the phone instead of exercising or shopping for dinner. As you become stronger in your practices, these obstacles will miraculously disappear. The more you trust your intuition, the more it will keep you on the right path. While you may not like cleaning up, you probably appreciate having everything orderly. As tedious as tidying can be, most 8s need to know where their belongings are, and be able to move freely in their environments. People with a lot of energy generally need a lot of space. If you've been feeling claustrophobic lately, or frustrated when moving about, take the added organization that this day brings, and get things placed the way you like them. You will be going through tough moments in love because Pluto in the 5th house, the house of pleasures, is causing tension due to the square he presents with the moon, which also generates many mood swings and difficult behaviors. It is possible that in love, there is a rupture. You will have to work a little more to stabilize the square of Saturn in the 6th house, the house of work, but do not be scared because Jupiter is also contributing with his good vibes in that house. In short, if you work with responsibility and strength, the result will be very good. Today, talks with friends, children, and couples have an exciting aura. New information may be circulating that will affect your home and your community. It will also affect your mind. Your life will be enriched with a new field of interest, a new intellectual search, and improved communication with the beings around you. Good news for the natives of the sign: Venus is on your side and allows you to approach this day with ardor in the field of feelings. Under its influence, you could show yourself to your partner in a whole new light. More adventurous and reckless than usual, you are not afraid to express your desires. If you are single, this will also be reflected in more boldness. However, you will have to manage to sort out your potential conquests. Our eyes in the sky. It isn't a time in which we conform to the ideals and status quo of society. To be honest, it's the opposite of that. At the forefront of our hearts and minds for the next 30 days will be humanitarian acts of kindness, generosity, and the notion of unconditional caring for humankind. This is also a time of revolution and technological advances. We can expect some news of pending changes that could transform our world for the better and help us evolve as human beings. Radical beliefs could shift your consciousness to better align with what is happening in the world and your personal life, as well as your current ideals and views, not those you believed in the past. The nagging feeling that we have misjudged someone or something dampens our confidence, and much as we try to pinpoint rationale that would give our conclusion credence, the more it eludes us. Our imagination can run wild now, which is not such a bad thing if we funnel our creative energy into a spiritual practice or a meditative or artistic exercise. Once this transit passes, we might even surprise ourselves with the inspired works we've produced during a time when we felt so out of sorts. In the evening, the sun exits grounded, pragmatic, and success-oriented Capricorn for the terrain of cosmic innovator. At this time, we build on the legacies we established during Capricorn season, but with experimentation and collaboration in mind. This is a season for outreach, networking, and showing off our originality. Letting our inner nonconformist out to play finds us meeting those with similarly eccentric interests, pastimes, and social views. Over the next month, we are less concerned with tradition or fitting into the crowd. We know that deviating from convention and owning our unique point of view is how we can make progress, not only for our own sake, but for the good of our communities. If placed in a leadership position, we will prioritize tenets like freedom of expression, ingenuity, and defying limitation over taking the safe approach. After sunup, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began early last night. At this time, we wish to offer care to others as an extension of our own subconscious needs for nurturance. Without support in return, we can become moody and ill-tempered. It is a good time to ask ourselves what we need from our loved ones, but since our emotions are at the mercy of the tides, we also want to avoid guilt-tripping or gaslighting others as a reaction to feeling denied.